We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call from my right to my left. We have our legal counsel, Ms. Elisa Aleman. Mr. Lemire, thank you. He's huffing and puffing. Thank you for hustling over here, for making a quorum. Mr. Minga Vela, board member, superintendent, Dr. Mario Salinas, myself, David Torres, and to my left, Ms. Leti Flores, board member in attendance. We do have a quorum. Item number 2, prayer, pledge of allegiance, and Texas pledge, Ms. Leti Flores.
Almighty and everlasting God, who governs all things in heaven and on earth, and who always ready to serve and always gives us more than what we deserve. Pour down upon us your mercy and understanding. Be our guide as we carry forward our duties and responsibilities. May we be very mindful of the blessing that we receive and show the thankfulness upon every day. In the holy name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Item number 3, certification of public notice.
I certify that the agenda was posted in compliance with the Texas Open Meetings Act.
Number 4, awards and recognition.
We have none tonight.
Okay, number 5, a superintendent's report.
Yes, sir. We have Julie Perez. She's going to do an overview of the maintenance HVAC work order overview.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. Although the board member who requested it at last meeting is not here yet, but we'll enjoy your report.
Okay, I'll go slow. Good evening, Board President, Dr. Salinas, and Board of Trustees. Today I will be presenting on the Maintenance HVAC Work Order Overview. My name is Julie Bettis, Director of Maintenance and Operations, and I have Rigo Garza here with me, District Engineer. He does help oversee the HVAC department as well. I wanted to start with an overview of some big numbers that we deal with here in the HVAC department. So we have 45 ECISD instructional facilities. That's the 44 campuses along with the CTE as well. That's not including our extra facilities, the support services, IT, and admin. I'm going to work on describing the situation with the instructional campuses. We have roughly around 1,800 units in the instructional facilities, 142 portables, which comes out to 284 wall mounts, 49 chillers, 16 HVAC employees, and it's a 2-man crew for our department to address all these facilities. On slide number 3, I'm going to go over the work order process and the procedures. First off, we create a work order. At the campus level, those who have access to the work order system are going to be the principals, lead custodians, secretaries, athletic secretaries. And if anyone does request it, we do offer that as well to add anyone to the campus list. We offer training from our data clerk who deals with the work orders all day long. They can access the school due system through our campus, our district website under maintenance. And every work order will be, for HVAC, will go under craft, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Next part is dispatch. All work orders, every single craft does go through our M&O dispatch. They review them and they correct any craft errors. Let's say some campuses may not know to go to heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. It does go through that system to where we can comb through it and make sure that we get it right and it gets to the appropriate department. Then we distribute it to the foreman so they can next up, prioritized. For HVAC prioritization, we go with the principals, and they call and text like starting at 6 a.m. and we are 24/7. Truly, they'll notify me, Dr. Garza, or Rigo, and we will get with our team to address any issue as quick as possible, especially in an emergency situation. Those could vary from the whole campus is out because there's a chiller issue. There are some major water leaks, so we address those quickly. And the special ed rooms, we definitely prioritize those, as well as any of the testing sites. The foreman then assigns the work order to the HVAC technicians that are available at that time. Or he'll pull from other jobs, and they will address those if it's an emergency. For documentation, in an emergency situation, the foreman will create the work order after the job is complete. We don't ask principals or secretaries to go and put in a work order and then we'll address. No, that's not our system. We definitely go with the principal calling us, the secretaries calling us, anyone that can get a hold of us, we handle it as soon as we can. And we deal with the work orders after. But it is good documentation. It holds us accountable. It helps us for reporting purposes as well. And labor costs, material, we need a work order for all work orders. We need a work order for all jobs. The tech does input the notes on each work order for HVAC and the parts that they need. The foreman then inputs each tech that is assigned to those work orders and the labor. Last step, we have close our work orders. The foreman then confirms if it was completed or any extra. We need to go back to order some parts. He does change the status to close work orders. And in an effort to get our communication really intact here with the campuses, we did change a system to where the campus requester is notified by the system, by the application school dude via email when the work order is closed, with all notes in there as well.
Real quick,
Yes.
And that's on paper, but in reality, some of these things don't take a day. Some of these work orders, they
No.
probably take a couple, and then, there's also the urgency, and the pressure of where they are and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of work, for just 16 people, and yourself, and that's a tall,
It is. It's
tall
a tall
task.
order for sure, but with a few improvements that we're trying with this new school year, as well as some organization. We're getting some organization in that department, so we're working through some of the just the errors that we're facing. So
Okay.
we're working on that as well. I have a few work order statistics and some information that was requested at the last board meeting. You wanted to know how many work orders per week we average, and that's around 140 per week just for HVAC. And I did do a lot of spot checking throughout the last semester as well, through the weeks, and they varied from 120 to 160. One week was 170. But I'm comfortable with the 140 average per week.
It's
And
about 17 per two-man crew a week. Yeah, that's like, 3 a day if it goes well, which it never does.
so a lot of factors come into that. We have controls at most of our campuses, which is really nice because we get to see the graphics and they can actually assess from the computer, what we need. We won't spend so much time at the campus assessing, and we can get in and out what we need, or we can adjust from the computer. But we do have 16 campuses that do not have that feature. So I'm going to be proposing that pretty soon to slowly get all of those campuses up to date and help us be more efficient in our calls.
You can give us those campuses.
So,
Okay, sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
for filters, We have 2 technicians for the elementaries, and we do that monthly. We have a monthly rotation. They do complete those changeouts regularly. For the middle and high schools, we have a company, Joe Fly, and they come every 3 months to change out the filters. It's a different system for them because they're bigger in size, and they don't need to be changed as often. But we get through all of them. We get the invoices. We know exactly which campuses they hit because it's on a regular schedule. This pie chart I put together is, I got a couple of weeks before we started school, so from 7/28 to 9/19, just a rough depiction of our status, our work order statuses. So you'll see that we do have about 89% closed. Those are a lot of work orders that have been closed. We have a lot in work in progress, but not as much. Parts on order, the very few, there are probably maybe 7, I believe, that had parts on order. And new requests, it stays in a new request until it is forwarded to a technician. So those are new. Any questions on that? I wanted to give a little update on some HVAC projects that we're working on in the maintenance department. This is aside from the ESSER related projects or the bigger projects that facility takes care of. We do these in-house. Completed over the summer when we all returned from break, we worked on the Crawford Gym, a new unit, Bet's Cafeteria, Villarreal Cafeteria and Kitchen, Gano Gonzalez Cafeteria. Currently in progress, we are working on Edinburgh North. We have 4 units, huge units that we need to change out there. It is in process in the 200s hall and 400s hall. Before I go on, for these, they are either currently working and if they're not, we do have portable temporary cooling in them. So while we wait for either parts to come in, we are addressing them and providing temporary cooling for them, if needed.
Good to know.
We are going to be working on the Jefferson Cafeteria as well, Brewster Intermediate Wing, Flores Zapata, LBJ, and Vela in the 100s hall. Our 2025-2026 HVAC initiatives. IT is providing us all our HVAC techs and iPads for work order documentation. We currently don't all have iPads or we don't use the phone system for the work orders. So we're slowly gonna translate or move on to that, and it'll help with our documentation. So all techs will be responsible for providing the notes when they're on site or after they complete the work, of course. The foreman and control specialists will close work orders daily. This isn't a process that has been going on in the past, but we are working on dedicating 30 to 40 minutes. It's quick if you do it daily. And we can close them out daily. We can make sure that we have all the parts we need for the next day. It just helps our operations run a little smoother and more efficiently. Our M&O department has work order ongoing training. Tomorrow we're having an in-service for our M&O department, and we are providing training for the whole department, just to set the expectations for the departments, and it's a new school year, so we're gonna be doing that every semester when we can get the whole team together.
I think that's extremely important because these gentlemen are used to working in the field, they're good at things that we're not all good at. So just, that's really important. If you want them to successfully, accomplish this goal,
Right.
I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, I work with this type of stuff also, so it's difficult. So, yeah, I mean, but they'll get it, but it's not easy to transition.
No.
It's not easy, okay.
We have a lot of new employees as well, so they're really willing to work with the updates and improvements that we're trying to push forward. So that helps too. Monthly work order audits by district engineer and the data clerk. They will be going through the departments, not just for AC, but they will be going through the departments to see where we're slowing down a bit, have we been closing the work orders, what slipped through the cracks. So monthly audits by them. This next one's really been very helpful at the beginning of the school year. We staggered the scheduling for our HVAC department. Half of the crews were coming in from 11 to 7:30, and we were able to get so much preventative maintenance done, and we worked on projects that we couldn't do while the kids were on campus. So it helped a lot with the calls as well. And we're out of the way of all the instruction, and it just helps. We're looking to do that every other month. It's not necessary every month. If we get a busier month, then we will, add an extra week, and we rotate the guys for that. We provide temporary cooling when necessary. That's been really helpful for us this first month of school. And it takes a village, even with maintaining a district. So we are coordinating with campus custodians and groundsmen to keep areas around the units clean. That includes, those units that are in the closets, sweep around that area so the dust doesn't all get in there, and it makes a huge difference when it's maintained around the outside units and the indoor units.
What is temporary for the public? What does temporary cooling mean, like, to them? Like, what do you put?
They're portable units, and we can do it in a classroom. We can connect them, and for gyms, it is harder. So gyms and cafeterias. For cafeterias, it's a little easier than gyms. We have to provide maybe 3 to 4 to get adequate cooling, but within a classroom, it just takes one portable unit.
They're in-house, we own them, the school district owns them, or you contract out for that? Or?
No, we provide them, and we rent some. We do have some on in our inventory, but we don't have enough, so currently we are renting.
Okay. For example, we have at Economides, we're finishing up the the last of the ESSER projects. There are 10 classrooms that don't have air, so they have these temporary units inside the classroom, putting out cold air to the classroom. Okay.
That concludes my presentation. Any questions?
Any questions, anybody? No? Mr. Lamia? No? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, we have the enrollment report from Freddy Martinez.
Good evening, board members, Dr. Salinas, legal counsel. My name is Freddy Martinez, director for PEMS and People Accounting. In your board packets, we did include the enrollment report as of Friday, September 19th, 2025, which marks day 24 of the school year and also the last day of the first reporting period. I'm going to go ahead and review the elementary enrollment totals, followed by the middle school totals, and lastly by the high school numbers, and then the district count. So let's begin with the elementary totals. As of last Friday, elementaries finished off with 16,143 students for a net difference of minus 433 students. Middle schools, we closed out at 6,507 students for a net difference of minus 89 students. High schools, we closed out at 9,839 students for a net difference of minus 340 students. Our district closed out last Friday with 32,489 students for a net difference of minus 862 students as of last Friday. As of last Friday, we do have 163 students that left last year that have now returned and have a migrant status In our database, in our student information system, last year we did graduate 2,395 students. Since the last time we met, we have enrolled a total of 175 more students since the last board meeting that we met. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them at this time.
So you feel you're on track? I think you had a goal. When is that deadline again?
Thank you. Yes, so we do have the end of the school start window, which is this Friday. So our teams are diligently working on getting as many students back to Edinburgh CISD or finding out what the whereabouts are. We are providing maximum effort and maximum support at these campuses to make sure we can do our best before our deadline of this Friday. So we have 3 more days until then, so we're hoping for the best.
I know you didn't want me to ask that question, but we have to ask that question.
Yes,
So
thank you so
Friday's
much.
the day.
Yes, that's
Friday's
good.
the
That's
day.
good for everybody to know. And
Friday.
so Edinburgh CISD is a great place to be. So thank you so much. All right.
Any questions, board? No? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Item number 7, consent agenda.
Did we get public comment, sir? Number 6?
I'm sorry, public comments, number 6. I'm sorry,
We
lost my
have
track.
Isabel Martinez.
Mr. President, if I may, regarding public comments.
Yes, ma'am.
Per board policy, all comments must be related to items on the posted agenda. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. Rules of decorum and civility must be followed and observed at all times. Please note that speakers do not have immunity from liability for statements that may be defamatory or otherwise unlawful. I will begin to keep your time.
And let me just say something. Ms. Lete Garcia also is attending the meeting electronically, just for the record. Thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you. Good evening, ECISD school board members, administrators, Edinburgh community members, and Superintendent Dr. Salinas. My name is Isabel Martinez. I'm a product of ECISD, dedicated and loyal employee for 15 years, and elected elementary representative of the board for Edinburgh AFT Local 6583, with the emphasis of advocacy for fine arts. I want to express my gratitude for your continued support of our fine arts programs. As we discuss enrollment, I want to emphasize that fine arts is a key reason that parents choose ECISD for their children. Here are 5 ways fine arts contributes to our district's enrollment, attendance, and recruitment. Enhanced student engagement. Fine arts classes motivate students to attend school regularly, fostering a love for learning that extends to their academic subjects. Academic improvement. Participation in fine arts often correlates with better grades and higher graduation rates as students work hard to meet eligibility requirements. Academic eligibility. No pass, no play rule encourages students to maintain their grades to participate in fine arts, leading to improved assignment submissions, which a lot of students were working on last week. Cultural enrichment. Fine arts programs provide students with opportunities to explore creativity, which is vital for personal development and cultural appreciation. Showcasing talent. Our fine arts events highlight student achievements, drawing community attention, and increase our visibility as a top choice district. National accolades. ECISD is the only district in our area with national awards for every fine arts department. Showcasing our commitment to excellence. Community appeal. Our strong and diverse fine arts programs attract families looking for a well-rounded education, keeping us competitive with other districts. And that competitive edge, fine arts keeps our district competitive with IDEA Edinburgh, Vanguard, and other open districts like South Texas ISD and McAllen ISD. And when we look at these enrollment numbers, and we see a slow but steady decline, fine arts recruits, we're so visible out there in the community. You see us in the city of Edinburgh, festivals and the stages, the amphitheaters, the parades, and sure, the kids are so cute in their little outfits and everything, and their little cheer palms, and they're just adorable, and the mariachi is just everywhere, posted on social media. But all of that is through the branding of ECISD and the recruitment. So as we begin to cut back on programs that excite our families, we risk losing their support. It's essential we trust and support the fine arts staff by fully funding these vital programs. And the enthusiasm for fine arts is often the driving force that encourages students to excel in their academics. And just to keep that in mind as we move forward to try and recruit more students. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez.
Thank you.
That's the last of the public comments.
Okay. Item number 7, consent agenda. Yes, ma'am.
If I may,
Ye-
before we go on.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to request a moment of silence
Yes, ma'am.
for our former principal and Edinburgh City Council member that passed away, Mr. Arnold Benavides, and for our student from Brewster Elementary, Brandon Resendez. If we can have a moment of silence at this time.
Yes, ma'am. Very well said, Ms. Vela. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us, Ms. Vela. Thank you very much. Item number 7, consent agenda.
So move.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Pose same sign, motion carries. Item number 8, action agenda. A, approval of resolution, a number of Edinburgh Consolidated School District.
So hold on.
Second.
We're gonna, Ben called me, I apologize, I should have told you earlier. He wants to pull that item?
Which one, sir? Number
Number 8.
A. Okay, okay,
A.
we're, okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we're gonna go move on. We just, I was just reading it out, so we took no action. We're gonna pull it. And so we'll move on to action agenda. Item B, approval of letter of proposal between RGV Vocational Staffing.
Second.
Motion second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Okay, item C, approval of Certiport for industry-based certification
Move
exams.
for approval.
Second.
Motion and second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item D, approval of the Region 1 Education Service Center Library Services.
Second.
Motion and second on the floor. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item E, approval to renew Region 1 Consortium.
Second.
Motion on the floor. Second. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item F, approval to renew purchase Wayground
Move for
formerly.
approval.
Second.
Motion and second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item G, approval to purchase advanced placement.
Second.
Motion second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item H, approval to renew.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion on the floor and second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item I, approval of competitive superposals, instructional.
Second.
Motion and second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. Item J, approval of competitive.
Second.
Okay, motion and second on the floor. Discussion. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to enter into closed session.
So move.
Motion on the floor.
Second.
Second. Second. Okay. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign. Motion carries. We're in closed session. Motion on the floor, second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign, motion carries. For the record, no action was taken in executive session. Dr. Salinas?
Yes, sir. Section 551.074, personnel matters. Number one, consideration and possible action regarding the employment of a librarian for Truman Elementary. No recommendation at this time. Number two, consideration of and possible action regarding the employment of a librarian for Memorial Middle School. Administration recommends Carolina Ramirez.
Move for approval.
Okay, motion second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign, motion carries.
And I recommend the employment of the professional applicants as discussed in closed session, subject.
Okay, motion second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign, motion carries.
Number 11.
That's it. Okay, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Motion second on the floor. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Post same sign, motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank